Empathy, empathic listening, the ability to truly hear what the other one is saying without judgment, without trying to fix, without trying to reframe, simply to listen, to accept and to identify is undoubtedly one of the hardest human character traits to master. And study after study shows that in order to master emotional intelligence, the number one quality needed is the ability to truly listen. This is why I believe one of the central tenets, mitzvot, of what the Torah is all about, is teaching us, training us to truly listen, what's called in psychology active listening. Indeed, in this week's parasha, we encounter the mitzvah, one of the most important mitzvot that we wake up every morning with, and every evening we commit and recommit to Shema Yisrael. Before we understand what it is that we as Jews have to listen to, we are first and foremost told, Shema Yisrael, hear, O Israel. And again in the second paragraph, Ayayim Shamua Tishma'u, we have to listen, surely listen to what is being said. Incredibly, the very first mitzvah that we begin the Jewish year with, we've begun Shev'at Necham, to the 7 Haftarot, leading us all the way to Rosh Hashanah. And of course, what is the only mitzvah d'oraita, the central mitzvah of the day, the first mitzvah of the Jewish year, is to listen to the shofar. And of course, there's debate in halacha, but what we rule that the bracha is lishmoa kol shofar. The mitzvah is not to blow, to sound, it's rather to listen, to hear. Indeed, the number one mitzvah for a Jew in the beginning of every day and every night in the beginning of the Jewish year is to teach oneself to listen, lishmoa. The challenge is in all relationships, and indeed in society in general, we are so often taking things personally that others are saying, seeing it as a personal attack, trying to construct our response and to drive our point home before listening truly to what the other person is saying, what they're feeling, what's going on in their heart, in order to truly empathize and to understand their point of view before moving forward. That is truly the deep personal work that needs to be done every day in all relationships. First and foremost, the most important relationship with Hashem, to hear Shema Yisrael, to hear what it is Hashem wants from us, to hear the voices of the shofar, and to truly identify on the deepest possible level with what it is Hashem wants from us. And indeed, in every relationship, to try and understand, identify on the deepest level what the other is saying and what they're trying to convey to us. I'd like to end and say that it's quite unusual that straight after the saddest day of the year, Tisha B'Av, in the very same week, it's Friday, we have Tu B'Av, what the Mishnah, the end of Masechet Tanit, says was one of the happiest days of the year. And the Talmud gives reasons how so much of this day was about reconciliation. I believe it was about listening to the other, coming out of the rifts of Sinat Chinam, straight out of it, not a week later. So much good happened over the years to the Jewish people, perhaps through inculcating these lessons, that in order to repair a divisive and disunified society, there's a need to listen, to put ourselves in the place of the other and accept and understand what they are saying. And hence the tribe of Benjamin, says the Talmud, was brought back into the fold on the brink of extinction. The tribes were allowed to marry each other, and hence the disunity between the northern and southern kingdom, Judea in the south and Israel in the north, as told us in the book of Melachim, was finally brought together as one society. The guards were removed to allow all Jews to come to Jerusalem, and somehow this day, so soon after the day of a ruptured society, became the week, Tu B'Av, of rebuilding that society and healing that society. And may we all, in all of our personal, familial, communal, national relationships and beyond, be able to always inculcate the words of Shema Yisrael, Lishma et Hasheni. And if we're able to do that and truly put ourselves into the other's shoes and listen actively and empathetically, the beginning of healing a society and all rifts begins to come together and move to the stage of the cure as opposed to the cause. Shabbat Shalom.